In this video, we'll show you when you have a jumper, which is J188 style, which has elastic in the back. If it gets a little tight and you can't close the button properly, or it's hurting her belly, how you could release the elastic to make it a little bit wider. So every jumper, you'll notice, has over here stitching, vertical stitching, and has over here stitching. I'll make it darker. And this is what holds the elastic in place on the two sides. Do not open up this stitching, but before you do, you come in a little bit. And for this purpose of the video, we'll be using white thread, so we could just show you how it looks. But you should be using thread that matches the garment. You pick up this piece so you don't sew it in, and you just simply make a straight seam. This is what will hold down the elastic a little bit narrower inward. And you could do the same thing from the other side. So you come to the other side, and as much as you need, that's how much elastic. If you'll need more, you come in more inward. You're just going a straight stitch. You trim. And then what you do is you simply open up the stitching on this outer one, and what's going to happen is it will pop open this part of the waist, so you'll have a bigger waist. You'll open up this one and you'll have it wider. Now sometimes you may notice that the elastic might have gotten caught in the top of the stitching, so then you should just open that as well and release it, and then you could just put back that top stitch. But just by opening up this part of the jumper, the stitching, you should be able to release the elastic without opening up the waistband. And like I said, if it's caught in over here, you just give it a little snip and then it will pop out. Very simple to do, and you gain sometimes an inch, you gain sometimes 2 inches on the waist, because every jumper has a 5-inch pull, which you could easily release and still keep some of the elastic in place. And you don't have to open up the waistband, which makes it a lot simpler. The same thing on this side. Hope this video helps you, and you don't have to buy a new jumper. You could just simply, there you go, make sure to get out all the stitches. A little hard to tell. Still have some of the back. This should be it. And just like that. See over here, it did get stuck on the top, so you would open it up and then add that top stitching. And even if you don't add the top stitching, nothing's going to happen. This is just a cosmetic look. There you have it. Just make sure not to snip the jumper, just the stitching. And if you need, you could just go more inward and have a little bit less of the elastic.